Hi, and welcome back to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host Caitlin, and today we are going to be reviewing Justice League versus Suicide Squad issue 6. So this is the final issue, the conclusion to the whole crossover event between the Justice League and the Suicide Squad in the fight over the Ellipso Diamond and the evil Maxwell Lord that has been corrupted by this diamond. So as we open on into the comic, we see that the Ellipso Diamond has blotted out all of the light in the world. The sun is completely covered. There's nothing but darkness, and this is where it's getting a lot of its power, where it's being able to attack and control so many people. So, as we see here, the Suicide Squad is now stuck in battle with a number of the Justice League. The Suicide Squad, of course, being led by Batman. And it's just kind of a horrible fight. I love it because Deadshot tries to go after Max Lord himself, and he ends up getting into Deadshot's head, and he finds out that Deadshot's true weakness, as we all know, is his daughter. So if he could only get rid of his daughter, then he could kill without ever caring, ever again. And he says, why would you stop with your daughter? So Deadshot then gets all kill crazy. We get to see a lot of great panels with Maxwell Lord attacking Amanda Waller. I just said Connor, but Waller. So we get to see more and more of different members of both teams fighting. Example, Killer Frost is just a badass in this book. She does so much to try to save so many of the characters and try to work her way through it. Superman, you don't want to piss off Superman. Even Lobo didn't want to piss off Superman. But as all this is going on, Maxwell Lord has been touching a number of the squad's team members, including Deadshot, Killer Croc, Boomerang, and Harley. They didn't show any of those three. They just showed Deadshot. I wish they would have shown Harley, because what would it take to make Harley go crazy? But as it boils down to it, Lobo, Batman, and Killer Frost are the only members that are not corrupted. And Batman has an idea. He needs Killer Frost to design a prism that Superman can then funnel his heat vision through, and it can have enough light to combat the Ellipso Diamond and stop Maxwell Lord. So this takes a lot of energy for her, and it seems to work for a number of the people surrounding. We get to see all of the squad and league members are all saved by this, but it takes a lot out of Killer Frost, and she feels like she can't do that again. So Batman tells her, take my life force and save the day. And of course Superman and the other members speak up and they say, no, take energy from all of us. That way, Batman's not going to die. But she takes a little bit of energy from each member of both teams, and she combines all that to build one prism to try to combat the Ellipso Diamond. And the entire time, Maxwell Lord's trying to get into her head, trying to see her darkness, trying to turn her against this plan. And ultimately, the one thing is, she wanted to make a difference. So she uses all of her powers along with Superman. And we get to see one big wave of energy. And the sun is back. And the darkness is lifted. And the Ellipso Diamond has been severed from Maxwell Lord. And we get to see that Caitlin Snow, Killer Frost, is basically zapped of all her energy. She feels like she's about ready to die. And Waller's telling her, feed off of Max. kill Max and save yourself. And she's tempted to. She's dying. She needs to feed off energy. But ultimately, she decides no. She decides that she's going to quit the squad. She's not going to kill again. And we get to see her fall to the ground. And almost everyone's unconscious here, just because so much energy. But later on, we get to see back in Belle Reve, there's this great little moment between the members of the Suicide Squad and the Justice League kind of being all buddy-buddy after the win. I mean, there's this great thing with the Lanterns and Enchantress. Boomerang is hitting on Wonder Woman. We get to see Flash and Harley hanging out. El Diablo's asking Aquaman if it's true he can actually speak to fish. And then we get to see Superman. And Superman is checking in on Frost. And he's congratulating her on what she did and what she held on to. And she said, when the Ellipse of Diamond looked inside her, it didn't find her fears. It found something else. And Superman says, it found hope. And she sacrificed. It wasn't suicidal. It was her trying to save everyone else. Then we get to see this great little moment between Batman and Waller, something that we don't normally see. Batman steps up to Waller and says, I'm taking Killer Frost. She's leaving Belle Reve. She's no longer a squad member. You're going to let her go. And Waller's not going to do it. Killer Frost is a killer. She's there to be punished, blah, blah. And Batman puts together a great argument against that and basically states she saved people. She sacrificed herself in all this, and she didn't kill for it. Ultimately, she proved Batman wrong, that there's value in the squad. And that's something he didn't see coming forward. He had to admit that the Suicide Squad does have value, and he misjudged them for it. So Waller is loving the fact that she can now say that Batman was wrong about something. So ultimately, she hands her over to Batman. And she leaves with a smile on her face because she had won over Batman. So continuing on, we get to see Lobo is gearing up to leave. And he and Batman are talking. Lobo thanks Batman for helping him out with the Maxwell Lord mind control moment, and he offers him a freebie. No matter how messy it is, no matter how hard, difficult, no matter what all is involved, he'll take care of a job for Batman any day, no questions asked. And he's a man of his word. You know, all he needs is a call, one freebie, no matter what. And Batman says he already has a job for him. He wants him to join the Justice League. So we get to see this oh shit moment on Lobo's face. And he's like, yeah, I'm not the main man ain't really the team type. And Batman throws it back in his face, said, aren't you a man of your word? So, as we already knew, he is joining the Justice League of America. So this is how he kind of gets tricked into joining that. We get to see Maxwell Lord and his discussions with Amanda Waller, and we find out that instead of just killing him, Amanda Waller has her own plans for him. That she might have actually had a little bit more to do with what happened in the Justice League versus Suicide Squad storyline than what we originally thought. And it's all good because she has a new task force that she's going to be putting him on. So I'm pretty excited about that. However, I gotta tell you, this has been a pretty solid read for two teams that have kind of had weak books throughout Rebirth. I gotta tell you, I was really excited about the story. It read very well throughout. The art was very strong throughout the entire thing. And a lot of times these big crossing over events really suck, but this was a really good read. It's led into a couple new books that are going to be spawning out of it. I can't wait for Justice League of America. I feel like it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about it. I'm so sad that this is actually over. I wish that they would continue on with this writing team for Justice League or Suicide Squad, but I feel like they're going back and they're going to continue on their own paths. However, I did really enjoy this. I loved it. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below and tell me whether or not you read Justice League versus Suicide Squad, any of the 6 issues, and if you enjoyed them as much as we did. Subscribe to our channel for more comic book content, or check out any of the older videos we have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. We did review issues 1 through 5, so check those out if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.